Thieves steal a couple's U-Haul. Then they realize they're in way over their heads. Crime doesn't pay, though those who've gotten away with it will likely tell you otherwise. Career criminals have seen it all and done it all, so when it comes to an easy job, only a fool would pass it up. For one group of thieves, stealing a couple's U-Haul was like taking candy from a baby. When they opened it, however, they quickly realized they'd made the worst mistake of their lives. It all began on a warm spring day as the couple sped along the New Mexico highway, the small U-Haul trailer bouncing in rhythm behind them. The pair had hoped to reach their destination within the day, though as the sun began to set, they decided they'd be better off striking out again in the morning. They opted to crash at the Residence Inn in Albuquerque, leaving their SUV and the trailer in the hotel lot for the night. But when the couple returned for their vehicle the next day, their hearts sank. Not only had the trailer been stolen, but their SUV was gone too. Panicked, the couple raced back to the hotel and immediately phoned local police. The officers wasted no time in setting out to find the missing vehicles, though when pressed about the contents of the trailer, the couple hesitated. Evidently, it wasn't exactly furniture they were moving. With that in mind, the cops sprung into action, scouring the area for any sign of the SUV or the trailer. Fortunately, several of the guests at the Residence Inn had noticed something strange that morning. A suspicious-looking red pickup truck had been seen in the area shortly before the theft, leading the officers to run their database for clues. Sure enough, the red truck came up. It was also listed as stolen. An APB alert went out immediately, and before long the red truck was spotted a town over. Officers converged on the stolen vehicle, though unsurprisingly, the thieves weren't about to go down without a fight. The driver floored it, speeding off and leading a swarm of police cars on a high-speed chase along a nearby highway. Officers attempted to pull alongside the truck, though each time the vehicle swerved to hit them. Clearly, these criminals did not want to be caught. But as the chase continued and more police cars joined the pursuit, it became painfully obvious to the thieves they weren't going to get away. And so the truck pulled off into a nearby neighborhood, and the perpetrators finally gave themselves up. They were identified as Jeremy Solis, Anthony Cerna, and Daniel Gonzalez, 3 career criminals with records as thick as phone books. It was obvious these men had stolen the red truck they were apprehended in. The SUV and U-Haul, however, were a different story. With both vehicles unaccounted for, it would be nearly impossible to pin these men to the theft, especially since the officers had no hard evidence to follow. Even in custody, Solis and Gonzalez refused to acknowledge the SUV and trailer, though there was still a wild card in play. Cerna, it seemed, was a bit shakier on the subject, with Solis and Gonzalez privately worrying their accomplice might spill his guts. Sensing this opportunity, prosecutors separated Cerna from his partners and sat him down for questioning. Sure enough, they broke him. The criminal fully admitted to stealing the couple's SUV and trailer along with the red truck, leading to the trio's swift conviction on multiple auto theft charges. Not only that, but he also gave law enforcement the final piece to the puzzle, the vehicle's location. Within minutes, patrolling officers were able to track down the SUV and trailer abandoned on a quiet neighborhood street just a few blocks from the Residence Inn. They approached slowly, fully aware that they could be walking right into a trap. Fortunately, the SUV was clean, and after dusting it for prints, they confirmed that Cerna, Solis, and Gonzalez were the culprits. But before they could log this crucial bit of evidence, there was just one last thing the officers had to do. Crossing to the back of the U-Haul, the officers discovered the lock was busted, meaning the criminal trio had managed to get inside. Hoping to take stock of what they'd left behind, the cops threw open the door and let out an audible gasp. There, smack dab in the middle of the trailer, was a full-size casket. The officers froze, then considered this all just might be some elaborate kind of prank, until they saw the body inside. The criminals too had seen the body, which was the main reason why they decided to leave the vehicles behind and get the heck out of Dodge. Fortunately, there was a perfectly good explanation for the casket in the U-Haul. The body in the couple's trailer was actually that of the woman's father, who had died just days earlier. With no cemeteries nearby, the pair had set out across New Mexico to find a proper burial site for their lost loved one. With the SUV and trailer returned, the woman was finally able to lay her father to rest, and the 3 criminals got their just desserts behind bars.